This video is going to show a review between two different types of LED par lights. The first one I have is a Chauvet Slim Par 64 RGBA LED light. I wanted to get more LED lights, and I decided to try and purchase some of these ones that are available on eBay. The eBay lights that you find on there are Chinese imports, a lot of times directly right from the manufacturer. Now, Chauvet and also American DJ LED lights are also manufactured in China, but under different specifications and quality control. So I decided to buy some of these cheap Chinese imported LED lights and see how they were. The lights that I bought on eBay are described as 18 by 3 watt LED par light. This particular one came in a set of 4 lights for about $120 for the 4, including the shipping. I was leery about buying something that was coming from China. Wasn't sure how long the shipping was going to take, or if the stuff would ever arrive, and what kind of shape it would be in, and the quality of the units. Now, these units, like I said, are 18 by 3 watt LED par lights. So there's 6 red LEDs, 6 green LEDs, and 6 blue LEDs for a total of 54 watts. They come with a built-in 4-foot power cord, which is not detachable, it's built in, unlike the Chauvet and the American DJ lights that have the removable AC plug, and also a lot of times they have the plug in the back that you can go and daisy chain them together from one light to the next, which is really nice. These Chinese imported lights didn't have that kind of option on them. The Chauvet Slim Par 64 that I have here, of course, is 180 LEDs, 60 red, 60 blue, 60 green. Chauvet says it's about 32 watts. These are very similar to the Slim Par 56 or the American DJ's Mega Par Profile. A lot of different lights, very similar. These range anywhere from $80 to $120 per unit, depending on which manufacturer you buy, and if it's the 56 or the 64 par, and where you buy it at online. As I mentioned, the Chinese imported for the 4 lights, they were $120, included the shipping. I bought from 2 different manufacturers on eBay. One was actually coming directly from China. The other was supposedly somewhere in the United States already and being shipped out from there. Both of them only took less than a week to get to me in California. When they came, the box had 4 smaller boxes inside, each one containing the LED unit. These Chinese lights are auto-ranging voltage from 50 or 60 hertz. They're about 8 inches in diameter. The Chauvet Slim Par 64 RGBA is about 10 to 11 inches in diameter. Both are 7-channel DMX. One of the things you notice with the Chinese lights is they're very, very lightweight. The plastic is a lot thinner, cheaper compared to the Chauvet, which is really heavy duty. The first order that I got, one of the units wouldn't power up, so I opened up the unit and found that one of the cables, the power cable going to the circuit board, had come off and it just needed to be plugged back in. Not a whole lot inside these lights, a couple circuit boards. One of the things that's different on these Chinese imported ones that there is a small fan attached to the circuit board. So these things do make some noise, which you can hear here. Compared to the Chauvet light, which didn't have any built-in fan. Not sure why the Chinese lights have the built-in fans, since the LEDs don't put off a lot of heat, almost none. I haven't tried it with disconnecting the fan to see if the thing would overheat, but that might be something down the road that I will try and do. Otherwise, these fans are fairly loud, so if you're using them in a tight situation, they may be annoying. But if you're a DJ and you have music going, you're not going to hear them. In my situation, I'm using them for a large Halloween display, and there's lots of music and sound effects, and therefore you don't hear the fans. One of the big problems with this first set of cheap Chinese imported LED lights that I got had to do with the DMX in and output connectors on the back. So as you see here, the DMX output should be the female plug, not the male. So the labeling was correct, but the type of plug that was installed was incorrect, meaning that these 4 lights could only be hooked up to each other because the female and male connectors on the cables going to another unit wouldn't match the input and output. The other set of Chinese lights that I bought, the exact same thing basically, just slightly different boxes, had the proper DMX in and output connectors on the back that matched the ones on the Chauvet and the American DJ Mega Par profile versions. So in this case, I had to use the 4 that had the wrong DMX connectors on them together and not be connected with any of the other ones that had them in the right configuration. One of the problems I did find out when I hooked these up to an Obey 40 DMX controller was that not all these Chinese lights talked properly to the DMX controller. So I wound up using most of these lights totally in a master-slave mode without using the DMX controller. Light-wise, compared to the Chauvet, they're very similar. They had really good power. They were very bright. Did everything they were supposed to be able to do. As you see them here matched up with the Chauvet. So they're pretty similar. So in all, these lights were cheap, about $20 to $30 a piece compared to $80 or more for the Chauvet or ADJ versions. In the end, you get what you paid for. You know, they put out a pretty good amount of light. They're cheaply made. Some of them do have problems, as I discussed. I'd probably say if you were a DJ or someone doing some substantial work with DMX controlling of lights in a professional situation, these lights are probably going to be not what you want to get. You probably want to go with the more reputable brand names like American DJ or Chauvet. If you can live with some of the inconsistencies of these products, then for the price, you can't beat it. I hope this review helped make up your mind on some of these lights that are available on eBay.